Hey guys, Tenchi here, and I'm coming at you with another episode of my Gold or Bust series. So in this episode, I'm going to be playing Amumu, which is the king of the jungle, and we are going to run through the jungle here with you guys.
Come play with me.
So the first thing I do when I take Amumu, besides get my awesome Amumu skin on, is I like to pop W right away for clearing the jungle. Some players like E. I think it's just a matter of preference. I like being able to kind of have that consistent damage the whole way, whereas E is a little bit more bursty, I suppose. The thing you really want to watch out for when you're playing Amumu is that players in low elos really like to try and just have these 5-man ganks. I don't know what it is. They won't do it with any other champion, but the second you pick Amumu, everyone's just like here, super solidified in trying a 5-man gank. So we may or may not see that, and I'll address how to deal with that if that does come up. So we have Darius here, who's trying to hump me or something. I don't know. He's having fun. You know what they say? It's a dance party till 1:54, and then all hell breaks loose. So jungle's probably, I would imagine, the hardest lane to play in League, just because if players are doing bad, you're pretty much the first one they blame. And the other thing being that there's 3 lanes and there's only one jungler, so oftentimes you're spread really thin, trying to keep everybody happy. And especially if they're not playing well, people look for scapegoats. Or in this case, escape jungle. So if you're going to play jungle seriously, you just kind of have to have a thick skin. Just don't let players get to you. They'll complain, gripe, do whatever they do. You just gotta, play your game and just get better as you go. So Mumu's not the world's fastest jungler. There's definitely junglers who can clear camp a lot faster. Amumu does excel, however, in his tankiness and in his late game play. His ultimate is just godly. Being able to root their entire team is just it's just so strong in team play that often you can just dominate with a good Amumu player. So, which I think I'm not too bad at him. He's one of my more played champions, so I figured I'd give you guys a look-see and see how I run with him. So now that I've kind of cleared some camps here, I'm going to start taking a look and seeing if there's any lanes that are gankable. This one's looking kind of gankable right here. So unfortunately, my Twisted Fate just got way too low, and he bit the dust there. I did manage to pull a flash off the fish. I mean, anytime you can pull a flash, you're doing well with the cooldown on it. So it's a few minutes on the flash. So if you can pull that off, at least it stops them from being super aggressive. He probably wouldn't have dove that far unless he had flash, which he did, but you guys know what I'm saying. You're smart. So I want to watch for lanes where people are really overextended. Right now, Kaylee is up pretty far.
Let's find some friends.
Which makes me feel like this bush may or may not be warded. Doesn't look like it is. So oftentimes players sit in the bush waiting for your grab. And again, with Blitzcrank, sometimes they just don't even pull it. Just because then they do silly things like this when we pick up the kill. Sometimes just holding onto your grab gives you more options than actually popping it early. Especially if a player's trying to out-juke you like that, it's just a level of juking. It's the next level of juking. That's pretty much what I'm going to call that right there. Some players have figured that kind of stuff out, and some don't. Like, a lot of players will just throw their Q blindly into the bush there, hoping to hook something. But realistically, the only way she's getting out of that bush without me seeing her is to try and backpedal like she did, or to burn a flash. And either way, I'm kind of ahead. So Darius did a good job of sticking with her and kind of closing her off, and we did pick up the kill there. As a jungle, your objective is not to take kills. I'm trying to save my guy here. It's not to take kills. It's really to kind of set your team up as what you want to do. But if it happens that you get the kill, then take it and run with it. Just be useful if you take kills. That's pretty much all I have to say about that. You don't want to be grabbing kills and then leaving your team hanging after you've kind of, not given them that extra buff. So, let's see what's going bottom lane. It looks like they're in trouble here. Leona gets them hooked. Someone's going down. It's always good to try and gank each lane pretty early on. The last thing you want your team to do is start complaining that they haven't seen you all game. Then it just starts that whole negative banter. You get that spiral. If you've played League, you know what I'm talking about. Really, half the battle in this game is just keeping everyone at peace. If you can keep the peace, you're gonna win a lot more often than you are if you're, haggling players on or, just back talking or whatever. And I know it's hard when you have some little 12-year-old screaming in your ear telling him how much he's better than you and all this other stuff and how you should uninstall the game, but you just kind of, be the better person. Just let it go.
Come play with me.
Yeah. Just, I guess that's kind of a life lesson too. Just, there's always going to be grumpy people, and you better off just to ignore it. So,
let's find some friends.
We're just off clearing jungle here. I see that Leona threw another little ward down there, so we're going to have to go clear that, or come up through the lane. Going down river is going to be pointless. Kaylee looks like she's overextended again, and I will punish her every single time she does this.
Come play with me.
Now that I got my ultimate, I'm a lot more effective. I probably want to pick up this blue, even though she's overextended, just because I'm here already, and in case they decide they want to counter jungle. My Twisted Fate's getting ganked a lot because for some reason he doesn't know how to buy a ward. Which looks like Kaylee bought a ward. She took off pretty quick, so I'm guessing the ward's kind of right around this area here. It's always good to look to see when the player's reacting. It gives you a really good idea of where their wards are. So she learned after the first time of ganking to actually go buy wards. Some players don't. Some are just free gold the entire game. Okay. I really want to come up lane against this Kaylee, but I need these minions to go bye-bye for a second. Which they did, so I'm going to try and push up. And
Some
I think she's just going to go into invincible mode here, yeah. So she popped her ulti.
where are we going?
That's good. I'm going to see if I can find this ward here is what I really want. I don't see it, so I'm going to go help Twisted Fate out here. He's having a lot of issues with this Fizz and his lack of warding. Don't be that guy that doesn't ward. So the fish looks like he's warded too because he's backing off. So this is a little frustrating. Now I'm just going to go try and farm a bit.
An enemy has been slain.
They're all warded up like this. There's no point in me just standing in a bush doing nothing. They're tower hugging. And Darius picked up that kill, so I mean, your actions aren't always, directly relatable to winning. But oftentimes you can do things like, pop her ultimate down, or other things like that, and then your teammate can pick up the kill later. So don't underestimate your contribution, even though you might not result in that direct kill. Taking down flashes, taking down ultimates, making them just panic or just be cautious can really help your team. So you definitely want to have a presence as a jungler, spend your entire time just farming in the jungle, you're really not doing your job. And like, I like to farm. Like, I enjoy, you know, leveling up and stuff. But it's just not the best way to be. Okay, so fish is out of position here. Shit. I hate how we can just jump through my ultimate like that. It angers me, Riot. Angers me so much. So he got away. He blew his flash again. So I mean, keeps that down at least. Makes him a lot more vulnerable. Okay, so I'm gonna try and make my way up here and get behind. Okay, see, my mate's getting ganked again. This is driving me nuts. I can barely stay alive. I'd like to counter gank, but it's just he's always out of position. So I think Xin Zhao is probably going to be coming up actually here, from what I can tell. I better be careful. I still can't figure out where she's sticking her ward. It might even be further down. So, Xin Zhao's really camping this mid out. And my Twisted Fate still hasn't figured out how to buy a ward yet, which is unfortunate, because if he did, he'd pretty much nullify their jungle. On the bright side though, that leaves the other lanes a lot more undefended, I would say. I don't really have to worry about Xin Zhao popping out when if I come bottom lane or top lane, because he's pretty much just sitting mid and farming, and going back to mid and farming some more. I'm going to try and take this bottom tower here. Yeah, Kate wants to come up here.
Has destroyed a turret.
So she was waiting for me to roll away, but you know, we secured a tower, so that's good. Let's let them roam a little bit more. I still have mana, so I'm just going to stay in the jungle. That's pretty much how I know when to recall with Amumu. I just kind of wander around until I run out of mana. And I'll go back and buy. He doesn't really ever have issues with health, per se.
An ally has been
Okay, so
slain.
Twisted Fate is having a little bout with Kaylee here. And he grabbed her, so that's good. Now the fish is trying to take mid here. I'm gonna see if I can get to him fast enough. It's not looking good. Oh, Kate scared him off. So this tower is pretty much down. We'll take this as well. My teammate. I don't know why Twisted Fate just doesn't hit the tower there. It starts attacking the fish. That's really dumb. Just take the tower, then you don't have to worry about it hitting you. But from someone who hasn't figured out how to ward yet, I'm not, you know, I'm not holding my breath expecting him to figure that out overnight. So I know it recommends Merc Treads. I really like Ninja Tabi on Amumu. I just think it gives him that little bit of extra armor. It stacks really well with his E. So that's why I do that, just in case you were wondering. Oh, the other thing, I also build Spirit of the Ancient Golem rather than, I think it's the Lizard Elder Blade or whatever they have normally suggested for him. Amumu's strength comes in his tankiness more so than his AP. So you really want to just be speccing into being more tanky, because he does percentage health. So, grabbing another kill there. I usually don't like to pop ultimates on solo targets, but in that case, Nidali was looking like she was going to be dead, so better to get the kill. Always get another cooldown. I mean, the ultimate's for securing kills, so might as well use it sometime. This Twisted Fate is just... he's testing Fate is what he's doing. Amumu is just outplaying really hard here. Amumu is a little... or, sorry, not Amumu, I'm Amumu. Stupid fish thing. If I can grab a hook here. There he goes. And hopefully Twisted Fate's gonna come help me out here. And he does. So we grab a few more kills here. And this is what I'm saying, my benefit comes from being tanky rather than just doing damage, because the W here, it does percentage of their maximum health. So the longer I sit there, the more it ticks. No matter how much armor they build, no matter how much defense they build, whatever, I'm still doing, what, 2.5% of their damage. So just because of that percentage damage that is attached to Amumu, staying alive does you the most benefit. The other thing is staying alive, your E has, its cooldown is based on how much you get hit by the enemy. So if you're taking a lot of damage, your DPS is actually just going to go up naturally, so you don't really need to spec into AP all that much. Later on I will get one AP item, but I'll explain why I get it when we get to that point. So right now we're kind of playing Boogie back and forth mid lane. I'm not interested in doing that all day, so I'm gonna grab some fun here. Let my team know that they're coming in. They're reacting really, really slowly, and Darius got caught.
A summoner has disconnected.
So it's nice to get them all in a big group like this. My team wants to pick up a kill or two. They pinch themselves between two towers here, which is a really dumb move on their part. Hopefully TF pick up the quad or the penta here. I guess he wasn't interested. Yeah, I don't know why they're pinching themselves between two of our towers, but that was really dumb of them. And then he blows his ultimate. This Twisted Face, he's just not good. I just don't know how to describe it other than that. Like, fortunately he picked up that quad, like he did, but I really just feel like he was just finishing off the work that everyone else did. I mean, props to him, that's his job. He's supposed to pick up the kills, so. Maybe he's just a really good Twisted Fate, and I'm just, I just don't know. I really don't play mid. You'll notice that about me. I know how to play mid, because I think you should know how to play every position, but I just... Someone always wants to play mid, and I have no desire to play mid, so it just works out nicely. Okay, so it looks like they're going to Dragon. So we want to watch out for that. No wards here.
Come play with me.
So we caught them out. Hopefully Darius can get pull here. This is a great initiate on our part. We just take down 3 of them. So always good to watch your map. I threw down the ping on Dragon. Just letting your team know what you're up to is, really helpful. Always good to communicate. You'll see in the left-hand side here, next to all the champions' faces.
Complete
There's a little X next to a communication thing. This is that new curse software that's been put out. This lets you chat with your other players. I've actually only used it once, but the download was super fast, the installation was super fast, and it works pretty much perfectly. So if you're playing League of Legends and you haven't installed Curse yet, definitely go grab it now and encourage others to use it. Hopefully players will start using it a lot more. This is a game where communication, like if you can communicate, you can win it, and there's a lack of communication a lot of the time. So yeah, that's a competitive advantage, guys, so if you can utilize that, I definitely suggest it. So their team's just wandering up and down river right now, not doing a whole lot of anything. So I'm just clearing my jungle here, especially now that I have the Spirit of the Ancient Golem. These monsters are giving me 40 extra gold with these stacks, so it's always good to wander back into the jungle and get all that extra gold when you need it. Vayne looks like she's pushing bottom here. I'm up 4 kills. I could actually probably solo her, but I'm probably just going to more dissuade her from trying to take this tower. Looks like the party's going down at midnight. Leona just blew her ulti. Good to note. Looks like they're backing off pretty hard. And I think I just caught me some Vayne for dinner, so this is good.
You have slain an enemy.
Oh, she Invisa rolled into me by the looks of it. So the nice thing about Amumu is that I just pretty much do AoE damage. I don't actually have to really see targets. So for enemies like Akili, you know, the one that goes invisible in the circle, and just stealth champs in general, Amumu is just really good at dealing with them. Flash out of here because I'm just taking a lot of damage, which is my job, but I don't want to be just doing that. A lot of that has to do with Kaylee's ability to go. I don't know what the fish was thinking. I was dumb. Kaylee's ultimate is just super duper annoying. I have such a pet peeve with anything that makes someone invincible in a multiplayer game. It just absolutely drives me nuts. I just cannot describe how rage. Her and Tryndamere, I think are the only 2 champions in the league that actually go invincible. I don't even care if they get 3 times the health, but if I drop a nuke on someone, I expect them to die. And so just that level of invincibility really bothers me a lot. I mean, I know it's an ultimate, but I feel it's just really cheap. Anyways, it's enough of my pet peeve / rant. If you got a rant, leave it in the comments. Love to hear about it. Probably not going to read the comment of you ranting. Unless it's legitimate. Things you want changed, suggestions. Ah, it's a ward skin. I've never seen that one before. We're learning new things, guys. I kind of want to sing that Knowledge is Power song, but I feel like I'm going to alienate everyone who wasn't from the early 90s in there. So I don't know what Zinzao's thinking. If he catches me, he's going to die, but looks like their whole team is waiting in a bush by their jungle for us to walk into. Not gonna happen. Your timing with camps gets a lot better the more you do it. You start to learn how fast everything dies at what level.
Come play with me.
think I'm gonna need to buy some wards here soon. I really, I don't have any vision on their team. Not that I'm overly concerned. I am pretty tanky at this point. I build a lot of health early on. Just kind of discourages them. They see all those health bars and they decide to attack someone else. So makes me a bit sneakier. Well, hopefully my team's gonna... Okay, we all grouped up here. I'm gonna try and get closer to the front lines. I don't want them. So we actually have some really good poke with Cade and Italy. I could pretty much just sit here and let them poke them down. There's no reason for me to hard engage at the moment. We definitely have strengths that way. And if they do decide to hard engage, me and Darius can pick them off. So our team composition is actually really not that bad right now. So it looks like they're signaling bottom tower. They don't want to sit here and play peekaboo, which is understandable. This drives me nuts about the Sunfire Cape. It draws a lot of aggro that you don't want sometimes. Usually it's not a big deal, but sometimes it's just bothersome. So Fish missed his ulti. That really stops their potential. So he initiated really, really poorly. Kaylee was forced to blow her ulti, which is kind of their ace in the hole right now. So now I can dive them. Now that that's gone, just watch me go in, hit my ultimate, lock down their ABC. I'm grabbing a few kills here. I'm going to try and stick up with these guys. I'm going to pick up a few more kills here, I'm pretty sure. Maybe ace their team. So I mean, the entire play pretty much happened because Zinzao just got out of position, and that's all it takes at this point in the game. If you make a bad play like that, you can really just leave your team hanging. So my team is pinging Dragon. I guess we'll head over to Dragon then. I got the smite. I'm a little low. I really don't like staying out when I'm low. I think it's just an invitation for dying. And if you guys know anything about me in this game, I don't like dying. It's just a thing. I'd rather not die than make kills. Just a better way to play this game, in my opinion. Obviously everyone's entitled to theirs. But since it's my video, and I'm talking, I'll just say it's my opinion. Okay, so this is the item that really is going to give us our damage here. Landry's Torment. You don't want to build this until you have Rylaia's Crystal Scepter. The reason for that is this does double damage if there's a slow on the enemy. And Amumu doesn't have any natural slows, but this Rylaia's Crystal Scepter gives it to him. So now he has this AoE that's not only doing percentage damage with his W, but it'll do percentage damage once the item is complete. What am I talking about here? Landra's Torment. So it'll double to 4% on top of what I'm already doing at 2.7%. So you start to really be able to eat through almost anybody with a combination of these items. But like I said, you want to build them in the right order. If you build them out of order, first of all, you're not as tanky early on, and then second, your damage output is just not realized the same way that it is now, so it's not even that useful as far as gold for payoff. That's why I do that, why I build these items like I do. And this is a really strong Amumu build. The recommended build is very strong on Amumu. I've tried quite a few builds on him. So this Zinzao, again, is suicide diving. Really stupid of him. Probably wasn't expecting me either, but
Come back.
he just heavily committed to Darius, and Darius is one of the tankiest champions we have on our team, as you can see here. His health bar kind of resembles mine. If you're gonna face check dive like that, at least try and take out a carry or someone who's squishy. We don't want to latch onto the tanks, it's just silly. As you can see there, he died again, and again, he's the one who's putting his team out. So I'm going to come in, ulti these guys here, just totally lock them down. Very little they can do at that point. Our Twisted Fate's in top lane, so there's only so aggressive we can be here. But we'll peel it here. I think we grabbed a kill there. It's good enough for me. Okay, so now we're gonna see what Amumu looks like when he starts to actually deal some damage. And this really sneaks up on a lot of players. Before, I've pretty much just been doing, you know, consistent magic damage. Once I get this item, you'll really see a significant output in the damage. Especially against these tankier champions that are taking a lot more hits. I just eat through them. He's not getting anywhere. And he just disappears. That's pretty much what happens at that point. It's good to use champions with skill shots. I think I didn't use champions with skill shots for the longest time. It really limits your choices as to the champions you can play. And the nice thing about skill shots is that oftentimes it lets you do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do, like grab people over walls that you know are there. So I don't care how many of them are on top of me, it really doesn't matter to me. Because I can't get away in that situation, so I'm best off just trying to damage them. Burning my flash there is just, it's kind of pointless. So at that point, I'm just trying to get them clustered, try and deal damage. You know, like I said, you know, if you get caught out, you know, it sucks and you should be aware of it, but try and do the most good that you can. Like Darius has, like, these are the comments that I just freaking hate when people say, like, don't get caught, please. That's his comment. I don't think anybody goes out and intentionally tries to get caught. Anyways, don't leave comments like that. They're useless. Say things like, let's go mid, let's go Baron, you know, maybe buy some magic resistance to help, you know, something that actually is concrete and that helps people. Just saying things like, don't suck, just, I don't know, just pisses people off. So Caitlyn's bottom lane, because for some reason losing is more important than that tower going down. We really don't want to engage here, being one person short, and they know we're one person short. So I'm not sure why my team is being this aggressive. We are up kills, so I do know that, you know, we are at an advantage, but you still never want to fight with fewer people than you need to.
Let's find some friends.
I messed up a little bit there. I should have used my ultimate at a different time. But for the most part, it was a pretty good engage. They lost 4 people, and only I died, which is pretty useful. I'm no good for taking towers anyways. Being an AP champion, my strength is in my team fight. And also, I did my job there where I'm drawing all the aggro. You know, I'm a tank, I want to draw aggro. My teammates, you know, I want to keep them alive, so. And when you're in that situation, don't focus the tank. Like vice versa when you're on their team. Like, they're all sitting here trying to kill kill me as a Amumu, and you know, it's just not. You can see how much health I have. I'm pretty much building mostly defensive items. It's gonna take a while to kill me down, and by that point, my team is just gonna punish you for doing that. You want to go for the squishy targets. You know, need to carry the mid lane. Those are the ones you want to focus on. That being said, you see how Xin Zhao sometimes just dives into us. Obviously, kill the closest target if it makes sense. But if you're in a big team fight like that and the carries are accessible, definitely go for the carries. Like right here, Leona's just the closest, so she's very sense to kill. But I'm going to start chasing after people who are
Godlike. An enemy has been slain.
not carries. Like the fish. So I'm going to grab... Oh, here. Okay, I'm not going to grab the fish. He popped his flash on me. But either way, his flash is down. He'll die shortly. It's just a matter of time. Jump in here. I'm gonna ult you right away. I don't even care for how long this guy stay alive. So at this point, it's pretty much, you know, a good trade. It's just gonna win us the game. Our minions are pushed up so much. They're chasing the champions, but if you actually watch these minions, they'll probably end up almost winning the game for us here. And the thing is, we've taken both their inhibitors, so even if we all die, they really don't have the ability to push with all these super minions. It's just too much to handle. Let's see what we're dying with. So 80% of our death there was from the tower. That means I could have positioned probably a lot better. But like I said, I'm no genius at this game. I'm just struggling and making my observations as I go. So you'll pick up things that, you know, maybe you've never thought of before, that are useful, and that's great. And if you you see things where you say, hey, you know what, I know how to do this and you're not doing this, I for sure want to hear about that. I want to improve my game. You know, constantly getting better. I think if you stop learning, it's just not enjoyable. I'm pretty much at the level now where I could solo Baron. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go take down Baron here. Don't solo Baron. That's a troll thing to do, just FYI. I'm gonna pop my ultimate here, get it off early. We just obliterated their team. Baron's healing pretty quick here, but my team needs to make up their mind. Either go one way or the other. This Vayne, like, I don't know why she's farming at this point. It just seems silly. You always want to stick with your team after, pretty much after 22 minutes, 23 minutes, around that point. It's pretty much stick with your team. Unless you're someone like Yi, who can really, really strongly backdoor. So, anyways, guys, that's another win, and that's the second video in the Gold or Bust series. I hope you guys enjoyed running through the jungle with Amumu with me, and hope you stick around for the next video. Okay, guys, take it easy.